good afternoon. Oh, to me, I was saying myself. I was saying, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, Santa Lucia, Ayanola, St. Lucia, the Helen of the West Indies, and beyond. This is Stress Free Lettre Wednesday. For today, Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. One more day to go till we end the month of April, and Friday is a holiday. How you folks doing? Hope you're doing all right. Jazz season has arrived. It is upon us, folks. Let me shout out to folks on the Facebook Live. I remind you, folks, that the numbers to message is 284-6001. That's 284-6001. For those of you outside of St. Lucia, the area code naturally is 758. And of course, the landline is 452-3046. So in the meantime, let me check out our Facebook Live. And of course, the official Facebook usher is there. But before him, Rochelle Regis is joining us on YouTube. Good afternoon to you, Rochelle. Team RCI, hey! And then followed by the usher, official usher to our Facebook Live. £1 Hippolyte, he says, Team RCI, hey! And he's shouting out our crew. Drama Queen Augustine, Doodle Darling Mara, Stephanie Pierre, Shakira Constantine, Zara, Amanda Charles, Della Decent, Val, Black Manaculia, Kelvin Charles, Philip Philo, Roche Mark, Mazoon Philip, Tara Esba, one of my favorite Shabins, Tara Esba, Nigella Shabatis, Jamoshi, Anna Rose Animoni, Janet, Mandy Noel, Peter, Sugar Dindins, William. And before I get lost, boy, them messages coming fast and furious, you know. The man Iowa Rankin! How goes it? Hope all is doing well. And of course, he shouts out Miguel and Isa. Black man is here. Give thanks, bro. Anissa Solomon is here. Good afternoon to you. And Nigel, you reach. All right. Kevin Charles, Team RCI. Hey, big up Migs and Empress Isa. Leandra Lewis, good afternoon to you. Team RCI. Hey. Anissa, great day. Team RCI. Hey, Nigella says Migs. A lot of Zs. Good afternoon and shout out Hermina Mendes for me, please. Hermina there? Hermina. Come on, where are you, my girl? Where are you, my little fussy? How are you? Folks, it is 3:19. We have about 11 minutes before we get into our break, then Lettre for today. So let's kick it. Let's shout out the folks who are listening right now. Let's start with our service providers, Lucilec, Wasco, Digicel, Flow, and our financial institutions, Fix, the credit unions, Janu, Labrie, Workers Credit Union, Trazel, Monrepo, Miku, all credit unions around the island. Good afternoon to you. Else, if I missed you out, I'm sorry. And of course, the banks, Bank of St. Lucia, that's ECFH Bank of St. Lucia, First Caribbean, CIBC, First National Bank, Republic Bank, Proven Bank, all the banks. Good afternoon to you. The folks over at Massey Stores and TJs all around the island. Good afternoon to you. Massey Gourmet, Massey Mega, all the Masseys in Castries, VA4, Soufre, Choiseul, Denray, Cul-de-sac, everybody. Good afternoon to you. CPJ folks, good afternoon to you. And our car dealers, JQ Motors, and of course, Capital Management. Good afternoon to you. Capital Finance, I'm Capital Motors. Why? Oh, come on. There's so many capitals. Beachcomber Limited. Northwest, of course. Northwest is locked in. Our friends over at Northwest, Winsford, Mark, Josh, TK, Isaac, and Yellow. Good afternoon to you. And of course, Imara has decided to grace us with her presence. Yay, the bestest program is on. Lettre, big up Team RCI. Hey! All right, folks, boy, let me tell you, when Isaac coming up to give you a story, boy, about customer service, and it's not even in St. Lucia. Boy. Let me tell you. All right, folks, so who else am I going to shout? The bus drivers all around the island, from Grosley to the north, all the way down to passing on the east coast. We're talking about, well, the east, northeastern part, Moshi, Babo, no, Forester, all parts of that side, T-Roche Castries, Bexo, Laquamingo, Jackmel, Ancillary, Canries, Roseau, Soufresh, Choiseul, VA4, Labrie, And then up to the Mikus, Denrys, both north and south. And Beck, sorry if I forgot you. I saved the best for last. Yeah. La Clary, no, I forget. Y'all, my brothers. La Clary, the main route servicing us here at Team RCI. You see you? Because I talking to you. Move there. It's not answer your phone, guys. I even message you after I tell you and you respond to me. Days pass. What if I was dying now? That was Virgie, folks. That was Virgie just passing through the studio. Folks, remind you the number to send your WhatsApp messages to your shout outs, your greetings is 2846001. And the man Tafari is in the house. He says, Team RCI, hey, I'm listening today. And big up our folks over at Andre's Dental Lab over the bridge in Leclerc. Good afternoon to you. Warren and the folks at Tire Zone, good afternoon to you. And our sponsors, Fruitsy Seamos, Mr. Seri and the folks over at Fruitsy, good afternoon. And Donna the Blackberry, I'll never forget that name any further. Always remember that name. Good afternoon to you, Donna, and the rest of the folks over at Fruitsy Seamos, our sponsor. And you know what they say about, of course, Fruitsy Seamos. You know. It's not like Red Bull, it gives you wings. It gives you more. Imara says, I hope this letter is steamy and creamy. I don't know. But did you not read the caption, Imara? Did you not read the caption? There's a preview of the letter. There is a preview of the letter. You know what? Let me read the quick preview so that you don't forget it. I'm going to say share it live. Share it live. Those of you on Facebook, those of you on YouTube, share it live. So, what happens when the person you've been close to for years suddenly starts to feel like more? Two co-workers, both in relationships. Nothing wrong where they are. Until one line, one moment, one kiss. Now everything feels different. Do you step back and protect what you have? Or take a chance on something that might be real? Today, this afternoon on Lettre, folks, we're talking about timing, temptation, and that one line you can't uncross. So, folks, we're talking about work husband and work wife turning into real work jabbers. How you doing, folks? So I hope that is a topic that we get a lot of calls in because that happens all the time, and folks, that happens all the time. You never work with somebody for so long, that's or even not even work, but y'all been friends for so long. It's a typical thing. And then one day you'll cross a particular line that's beyond friendship. What do you do then? Kelvin says it's hot, speedy, and creamy. I was told LOL. Well, if you just heard the synopsis, I hope it is creamy and steamy and hot enough for you, my friend. The time is now 3:24, folks. Remind you the numbers to call. Well, the numbers to send your text. Your greetings to at 2846001 at 758-284-6001. And when you're ready to call, and remember, folks, to keep it clean, this is rated E for everyone, for Tooth Moon. So don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Keep it nice and clean. All right. So, folks, Kelvin says friends with benefits. Well, we'll decide after we hear the letter. I guess they'll put it into context for us and see how it goes from there. But let me tell you something, and Isa has just come in. Isa, well, I shout out everybody already, but let me tell you something. Customer service, my girl. And it's not even in St. Lucia. We talk about customer service here, but let me tell you, I find I have issue when I experience bad customer service, my girl. Mm-hmm. But then when we always try to compare ourselves to those other countries, and when people have some really bad customer service. So remember, and shout out Candy. Shout out Candy, who's listening right now. Candy and Debbie, who's supposed to be making their first trip to St. Lucia. They should have been actually landed at this point, but then due to poor customer service at an airport, nonetheless, their flight is delayed another 24 hours, and then they have to pay 4,000 Canadian. What? Their flight left 20 minutes early. JetBlue, they were not JetBlue, WestJet. They were on the airport, right? They were there. It's a little. What happened is that they have to take a few connecting flights. So they're coming from Saskatchewan, so they're going to Regina Airport, going to Calgary, from Calgary to Toronto, and then from Toronto to Saint Lucia, right? And that they've been at the airport. One of them checked the bags and everything, and the flight leaves 20 minutes early. So then the woman is coming down saying, well, she saw them there, looked like they were doing some last minute thing in their suitcase, and they didn't look like they were ready to go on the flight, so they allowed it to leave. So I asked her whether they don't do any boarding calls. She said no, in that airport they don't do any boarding calls. So they just did it. So they had $4,000 after there's already 24 hours to get between them having to get here. They had to pay 4,000 Canadian just to get another flight down here. So I said, well, there should be a strong letter and a lawsuit for putting you out of $4,000 and the inconvenience for being here. Wow. Yeah. Some serious customer service, poor customer service. And
lack of communication
let me tell you something. Come on. And you actually admitting to them that you saw them there.
Because at the end of the day, you want to ensure that all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, so that you are not a liability for your airline or the by extension the airport. You understand? Man. So you need to do your due diligence. If you see them, you don't know what has happened, or you don't know what they're going through the luggage for. You don't know if last moment they realize that, hey, something is wrong. You understand? So there is nothing saying, hey, excuse me, the two of you, do you need any assistance?
Simple.
Something like that.
The flight's leaving. I was just surprised when she said there's no boarding call. She said it's a small airport.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're off. So then I would just, they'd have to think a year. They pay for the day at the hotel, 1 day in the hotel, because they should have been here.
Wow.
And pay my inconvenience. I'll make up all kinds of inconveniences. Let me tell you something,
man.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Alexis Leonti, good afternoon to you, who's just joined Lettre for this afternoon. Yeah, man. So, like I said, we give a preview to Lettre. We have 40 seconds left before we go into the break.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to get back with Lettre, according to Imara, steamy, creamy Lettre.
Imara!
Black man said, don't mix your money for a few minutes of fun. Work friendship turning into relationship is trouble. Trouble. And that is just from the synopsis. Imara, you're coming for Jasmine. You came for you coming for election, you're coming for jazz. Folks, we'll be right back with Lettre, sponsored by Fruit CC Moss. You know what they say.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruit CC Moss, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruit CC Moss?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruit CC Moss?
Boy, that CC makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruit CC Moss? Apart from tasting great, Fruit CC Moss is full of natural goodness your body needs. CMOS is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruit CC Moss. Unless you say something else.
Fruit CC Moss, you know what they say.
Getting brand new quality tires and rims for your vehicles have never been so easy. Tire Zone in the blue building next to the VG roundabout sells tires for motorcycles for as low as $180. What? But that's not all. Tire Zone also stocks tires for all types of vehicles, including 13-inch for as low as $99, 14-inch starting from $150, 15-inch starting at $185, 16-inch for as low as $195, and 17-inch starting from only $200. Why buy used tires when you can get quality brand new tires for such low prices at Tire Zone? Visit us in the blue building next to the VG roundabout or call 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Again, 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Email us at tirezone.slu@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Tire Zone.
Not for profit, charity, but for service. We can handle your financial business. All that you need, they can assist. No other credit union can do it like this. Get your contact, let's Visa card ASAP. Need some cash, just tap, tap, tap. Online services, download the app. No waiting in line, just tap, tap, tap. Safest way to secure your money. Solutions Workers Credit Union Paese. Put in workers first. That's what we do. The SLUWCU, yeah.
Join RCI and Fix every Monday at 12:20 p.m. for Financial Mondays. Learn how to manage your money, save, spend less, budget, and invest. Get advice on investments and financial plans that can benefit you, your family, and others. Create your own financial stability with Fix Financial Mondays every Monday, 12:20 p.m. only on RCI.
This Mother's Day, celebrate the woman behind it all. The dreamer, the achiever, the one who's been there for you. Choose jewelry that reflects the love you share in the moments that matter most. From meaningful charms and bracelets to sparkling rings and necklaces, she'll treasure every day. Because the best Mother's Day gift says more than I love you. Find the perfect Mother's Day gift at your local Pandora store.
The Harry Edwards Jewelers Pandora Mother's Day event, April 29th and 30th. See store for details.
What happens when the music is stripped down to the truth? On April 29th, First National Bank presents the Teddyson John Experience at the luxurious Royalton Resorts. Raw vocals, live music, real emotion, an intimate night where Teddyson John opens the heart of the music. Also from Trinidad and Tobago, featuring Nyla Blackman. From St. Lucia, Michael Robinson.
I'm gonna make you mine.
Herb Black.
I'm so sorry.
Umpa.
One day, no.
And Ricky T. Sharing their stories behind the songs and connects with you up close. This is more than a concert. It's a feeling. Stripped, April 29th. Royalton Resorts, limited seats. One unforgettable night. It's definitely my type of night and my type of vibes.
Tickets for this event are $100 USD. Food and drinks inclusive. Ticket locations: Anthony's Jewelry, Castries and Baywalk, The Wave, and online fourcirclestickets.com.
Catch it where the vibe is nice with VLTs at our Blast Gaming Center. Simply select a terminal, insert your valid EC dollar bills, select your favorite Blast VLT game and play, which starts as low as 20 cents and up to $10 depending on the game. Blast! Know your limit, play within it. Must be 18 years or older to participate in gaming. Powered by the St. Lucia National Lottery, changing lives.
And we're back with Lettre for today, Wednesday, April 29th, 2026, the end of April. And we're going to go straight into that letter. We ain't wasting no time. And of course, our friend Tafari says, big up Anita Bird. Anita, good afternoon to you. So, Eliza, without further ado, read us that letter. Take it away, my dear.
Before I read the letter,
I get the rules already.
You give them my rules already?
That's a lot. I wasted time today.
All right. So the letter reads, Butu, I working with this woman for almost 10 years now. Same department, same shifts at a time. What a coincidence. We grow in that place together. From young workers to people others now look up to. From early, we always close. Not inappropriate, just comfortable. We understand each other. We could talk anything. Even when we both got married back then, that friendship never changed. Respect was always there. Fast forward to now. Both of us, imagine that, are no longer married. Different reasons, different stories, but that chapter done for both of us. And funny enough, we both ended up in new relationships. Almost at the same time too. About a year and a half now, no major problems, no big complaints. Just life is just a steady. But here, here is where, let me tell you, things start to take a shift. Over the years, me and her never stopped being close. If anything, Gassa, we got closer. Because now we older, we understand life more, we talk deeper. And people around us, they see it too. Our partners know we are close. It never really raised an alarm because from the outside, it just looked like two co-workers who are just tight. But Butu, sometimes closeness does turn into something else. And you don't even realize when it happens. A few weeks ago, we went for a casual lime after work. Nothing unusual. We've done that before. We drink, we talk, we laugh. Things just normal. But that night, it felt different. The conversation was a lot deeper. Long pauses, certain looks that wasn't there before. And then it happened. We kiss. Not long, not wild, but enough. Enough to know that this is just not a friendship anymore. And right after we stop, both of us, no argument, no confusion, just a kind of silence, like we both realize at the same time, hey, we're crossing something here. Since that night, things are not the same. I mean, we still talk, we still see each other every day, but now there is that kind of tension. Something sitting there between us. It's unspoken. The truth is, I feel like I'm in love with her. No, not lust, not curiosity, something deeper. And here's the reality. Tell me the reality, my boss. We both in relationships. Nobody cheating openly. Nobody is miserable. But now, something real enter the picture. And I don't know what to do with that. Do I ignore it and keep things where they are? Do I distance myself and risk losing something that has been part of my life for years? Or do I face it and possibly mash up two relationships for something we're not even sure will work? Because right now, it feels like we're standing on a line and just one more step, and that changes everything. Zotan, one more time, because it's a winding road. Butu, I'm working with this woman for almost 10 years now. Same department, same shifts at times. What a coincidence. We grew up in that place together. From young workers to people others now look up to. From early, we always close. Nothing inappropriate, just comfortable. We understand each other. We could talk anything. Even when we both got married back then, that friendship, it never changed. Respect was always there. Fast forward to now, both of us no longer married. Imagine that. Different reasons, different stories, but that chapter is done for both of us. And funny enough, we both ended up in new relationships. Almost at the same time too. About a year and a half now. No major problems, no complaints, just life. It's steady. But here is where things get starting to shift. Over the years, me and her never stopped being close, my boy. If anything, we got closer. Because now we older, we understand life more. We talk deeper. And people around us see it too. Our partners know that we are close. It never really raised an alarm because from the outside, it's just two co-workers who are tight. But Butu, sometimes Gasa closeness does turn into something else. And you don't even realize when it happens. A few weeks ago, we went for our casual lime after work. Nothing unusual. We done that before. We drink, talk, laugh, eat everything normal. But that night felt different. The conversation was a lot deeper. I mean, long pauses, certain looks that wasn't there before. And boy, it happened. We kiss. Not long, not while, but enough to know that this is just not a friendship anymore. And right after we stop, both of us, no argument, no confusion, just a kind of silence, like we both realize at the same time, hey, we crossing something here. Since that night, things are not the same. I mean, we still talk, still see each other every day, but now there is tension. Something sitting there between us. It's unspoken, and the truth is, I feel like I'm in love with her. It's not lust, it's not curiosity, something deeper, and that's the reality. We both in relationships. Nobody cheating openly. Nobody is miserable. But now something real has entered the picture, and I don't know what to do with that. Do I ignore it and keep things where they are? Do I distance myself and risk losing something that has been part of my life for years? Or do I face it and possibly mash up two relationships for something we're not even sure will work? Because right now, it feels like we're standing on a line, and one more step and it changes everything. AP, that's it.
Yep, and the numbers to call 4523046 2846001. I have a strong feeling the phone will ring just now. I have a strong feeling. My brother Gripper Greg, where you at? Where are you? So, folks, you heard the letter?
What's a letter?
Yeah, Liza, what do you think?
Everyday normal everyday situations.
That's everyday
somebody's
situation,
situationship. But from the moment I read the letter, to me, something missing there. Somebody might say, no, I think something is missing in the letter. But anyway, I working with what I have. And who is to say that the person you are now saying you in love with, who has been your friends for years, who is to say that the feeling is mutual? Who is to say the feeling is mutual? Sometimes you could feel a vibe and it's all in your head, it's only one-sided, because somebody could kiss and I could pull away, and you thinking, well, it's something where I just stopped because, but I could have stopped because I sin, but no. You understand? That's not meant to happen, or that shouldn't have never happened. You understand? Because number one, I'm in a relationship where neither of us, he said it, neither of them are miserable.
Yeah.
Nobody is cheating openly. But I question what he means by nobody's cheating openly.
Well, they didn't say. They also didn't say that. They also didn't say that they're very, very. They say they're miserable. They didn't say they're very happy.
Yeah, that's true. But for you to put in the letter that the relationship is, your life is steady and the relationship is one that is very much, I will say, a happy place.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was something where both of y'all express in your long conversations how strenuous the relationship is and whatever, it would have been pointed out.
Yeah, that is true.
You understand? But the conversations y'all have been having, because y'all are close and y'all are now in your new relationship, is it's something where both of y'all are kind of comfortable and happy with where y'all are now, moving out of y'all marriage. You understand? Because both of y'all were married for quite some time. Y'all recently got out of it and y'all got into a new relationship. So everything is kind of new for y'all. It's like getting back into the game all over again. You understand what I'm saying? So that is that. And then I'm also wondering, but I know sometimes if you take, somebody might say you have to sometimes risk it all. You understand? To try to find out if it's something where is y'all are very much compatible as a couple and not just in a platonic type of thing. You understand? So if it's something where you want to risk it all, it's a conversation that needs to have with your friend. So you need to try to get away from that tension and have a conversation. A conversation needs to happen because it cannot be something where in my mind it's just in your head, because the person clearly is not making the attempt to try and bridge the gap in that tension that you're having.
They're not. But here's the thing, Liza. You say that, but what supposed is the other? It's the opposite to what you said, in that maybe she does feel that same way as well.
But if you do feel that way, right? Why just the total tension and the total blackout from that night moving forward? There is no more interactions. It's like everything comes scarce now.
A discomfort. A bit of a discomfort, that's all. He didn't say that he distancing himself, He says that does he distance himself and risk losing something that's just been part of his life for years? Does he ignore it or keep things where they are? So he's not saying that she distanced herself. So maybe she's probably going through the same emotions as he is, but maybe he's a little more vocal in that he's venting to us right now on Lettre.
Well, that's why again I said, if it's something where y'all still talk, it's like we still talk, but we don't talk like how we used to talk. You understand? So clearly something shifted in from that night to now, moving forward. And then if that tension remains untreated in terms of both of us playing as if we don't want, we cat and mouse with one another, we don't want to address what happened that night, what you think is going to add on to that tension? What's going to add on to the tension? Because no clear communication is there.
So you're advising him now to address the situation, speak to her.
But a conversation needs to happen, because you want to know, because you already saying this is not lust. This is not lust for you. This is not curiosity for you. You understand? Everything is based upon your emotion. It's not emotion times 2. Because we don't know what the other party is thinking. We don't know what she's thinking. We don't know where her mindset is. She might as well be thinking, hey, I'm something new. And yes, you're my friend. We kiss and stuff like that. But I'm not willing to jeopardize that.
Our listeners are right now playing the guessing game, the whodunit and detective. So here we go. Blackman says casual lime after work equals bar by Fiji Beach. Mara says that's a cocoa ship, deeper than deep, whatever that means. One more time, give me anyway. Blackman says, what's that call center called? Mara's asking, how do you mean we understand each other properly? She's asking if it's KM Square. Me say if the call centers alone. Blackman says, Mara, you said it, not me, but sounds like an everyday story from that place.
Oh, Lord.
Anissa says, that sounds like a hotel diary. And then £1 says, dating a co-worker is very risky.
Very.
And Blackman says, maybe the medical field. Maybe
who knows? We don't know. You understand?
Anissa says, that's a no-no. And Mara says, to me, a workplace lover, no good. That just don't mix.
More drama, more mess.
Kim Kevin says grown-ups do grown-up things. Carry on. Blackman says oil and water. And he says L, not to, or whatever that word is. Now, one pound says from young the universe showed your signs up to now. Now, that's the point I was going to make. It almost seems like that their moves over the years have mirrored each other. So it's almost like a theory. They say that if a group of women they're around each other long enough, they start menstruating about the same time. You ever heard that before? Like,
no,
so
but
that's you never heard that? They've heard that like people. I've also heard that many years that women like you'd be having senior period this week, and then all of a sudden it changes. It's some hormonal changes, like them being around is the kind of shit.
Okay.
I've heard that before many times. So
all right.
Somebody can probably back me up on that. But then for me, to the point, I was just using that as an analogy, in that it's almost like their moves over there, their moves as it relates to love have mirrored each other. Apart from working shifts being very close, it sounds like they probably got married around the same time. Then around divorced around the same time, and then they picked up a new person
around the same time.
Pressure around the same time. So it often makes you wonder if there's not an underlying psychological thing to that. In that, boy, you know, they're keeping up with each other, even subliminally, probably out of that same admiration. Maybe there's a love there that's just unspoken. He's just speaking about it now.
It's all maybe, but then nothing cannot be concrete until a conversation
is had.
Is happening.
That's agreed.
And then if for both of y'all to play hide and seek, you understand, until one person calls out one another, then come on, you're wasting time. Stop wasting time. If it's something where y'all need to speak about and then air out, whether it's therapeutic or not, whether it's in both of your favor or not, then it all leads to a conversation. And then from there, it is what it is. But it's always whoever's choice that's in the situation to move forward with whatever new adventure they're building apart from the friendship. If they choose to move from friends to something more, then sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. You understand? It's a 50-50. But if he thinks that the moment both of them air out their feelings, and let's say both of them are now coming to a realization, but hey, yeah, I have feelings for you that is more than just admiration in a friendship way or whatever, but it's something where I actually see myself being intimate with you, or also building a future with you and seeing where this goes. Both of them need to understand that when you transition from friendship to lover, sometimes it's a ticking time bomb. Especially if when...
Thank you, Tammy. Menstrual synchrony. I would have Googled it, but thank you very much. Menstrual synchrony.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
So especially if both of y'all are so synced in each other's everyday life. So that means y'all don't skip a beat with what's happening. That could be very detrimental transitioning into lover / whatever.
Yep.
You understand? It could work both ways. It could either be a positive or negative. You understand? So transitioning from friendship to lover is always a 50-50 because you could risk your friendship mashing up completely, meaning like, okay, we established like, boy, that's how you feel and whatever, but that's how I feel. So we can't move how we used to because
Right.
You understand? Or it could be something where both of them agree like, yeah, boy, it is something where, yeah, I realize that, yeah, we have a liking for one another. I like you too, or I like you and whatever. You understand? But conversations.
Right.
Conversations.
Folks, weigh in 4523046. We have just about 4 minutes left before we take second break for the afternoon. The time is now 3:56 p.m. Guys, let me shout out Roots boy. When I pass and check him this week, he say, boy, he always listening. He asked about ranking, about Iowa, always listening. You know how we do it. And he said, I was listening to you, you know, I was listening to Iowa all the time and you're there. So Roots up in Corinth, at the back of the Corinth field. Good afternoon to you, my brother.
Good afternoon to you,
Good
sir.
afternoon to you. All right. So, hey, guys, I imagine a while ago I was going to say, make a comment. I was going to say, look like they have Stephanie, our friend Stephanie in Facebook jail. Because I see she log on YouTube. And she said, Team RCI, hey. And right after, right underneath it, she goes for another personality now. Her Facebook account saying Team RCI. Like she just can't get enough. Double dose of us,
Team RCI.
Of Team RCI. All right. So Stephanie is shouting out drama. Hey. Drama Queen Augustine have man these days. 6 weeks, 8 hours, 15 seconds. I have from her, and then 15 seconds counted.
Wow.
Stephanie.
Wow, Stephanie, you're right.
Hey, Drama Queen, come and defend yourself.
You're right.
But folks, you understand the situation. Let's a quick recap before we go into the break, so you could ponder on it. And Tafari, waiting for your call as well after the break. In that, this one is from a man. I find the men really writing these days. Anyway. So a man and this woman have been friends for 10 years, co-workers, same shift, everything. So much so that their lives have sort of been synchronized. They were married around the same time, divorced. They've been seeing someone new, somewhat new, no issues, but then they've been very close. And then all of a sudden, this one night, a certain boundary was crossed when they kissed. He thinks he's in love with her. They haven't had that conversation, but they felt the tension ever since. And he wants to know what to do, whether he should bring it up and risk driving her away, or, you know, also not say anything and risk what could be missing out on what could be have been, you know, the love of his life. Hey, D is here. She's laughing. Nigel too said good afternoon to you. All right, so folks, 4523046, 2846001. When we get back, we still have about a minute and a half left, but if you call, we'll extend it before we go into the break. I mean, the sponsors will understand because they're going to be there. But folks, reminding you that Fruitsy is the bringer, the provider of Lettre for this afternoon. And I said hello to our Blackberry on your behalf.
On my behalf, don't put me in your sauce.
Oh, Donna.
Don't put me in your sauce. I am not conspiring with you. Let me just put out a disclaimer right here now.
Say she in the back listening. I go before tomorrow. So I'll go and check. I will pass Fruitsy. I'll pass. The case Mr. Seri say he's saying up us.
Okay.
The one with the bounty.
All right. It's a good thing I don't hear on Wednesdays.
Hey, good afternoon, Tanya. She is here.
I don't hear on Wednesdays. Hi, Tanya. How are you?
I can tell you how Tanya is, but I go say nothing.
Good
afternoon, Tanya.
Like a lot of soap.
I think like Mary Eyes. Hi. Mary Eyes are clap.
You like a lot of soaps, boy.
Me, I like soaps because I see what I see. Yes.
Like a lot of soaps.
Nothing. Nada. Not in this lifetime.
Lot of soaps.
Good afternoon, Tanya. I love you. So, folks, as we get into a quick break, you're going to come back and weigh in. I don't think we'll read the letter again this time.
It's
probably after the break, after the next one. We will do. Della says she just remembered today is Wednesday. That's your business. That is your business. Folks, will be right back.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy Simos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy Simos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy Simos. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy Simos, you know what they say.
Domino's Pizza rich, boy. Not a piece goes to waste. Cause we all love the taste. And you can be the flavor of the Domino's Pizza. service, price, and delivery. The best in the country. So stick with the taste that you know. Pizza from Domino's. Domino's Pizza, the best pizza you had. Caribbean cinemas, you fought Rodney Bay, William Peter Boulevard. Domino's Pizza.
St. Lucia. Even in challenging moments, essential services must continue. And they are. Following the recent fire at the Environmental Health Division offices in Bois-de-Wages, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Nutrition advises that the key environmental health services are now available at the Sir Stanislas James Building, Waterfront, Castries. Visit us on the first floor to access and complete applications for licenses for food establishments, water trucks and conveyances, water bottling plants, alternative accommodation, health cards, health certificates, environmental health review of development plans, and approval for mass crowd events. Port health services at the ports of entry and vector control services island-wide continue as normal. For assistance, call 286-7531. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Nutrition, keeping essential public health services accessible, responsive, and uninterrupted.
Oh man, just my luck. I can't get to the airport in time now to pick up the mother-in-law. She's gonna mess me up.
James had one job, get there. But it looks like his battery life was low. And now his mother-in-law is going to have every reason to let her daughter know just how unreliable James is. She'll never let him live this one down. Ever. Don't be like James. Make sure you get where you need to with the all-new Maximo battery. Available island-wide at all automotive art stores and leading gas stations and part shops. The all-new Maximo battery now comes with an up to 2-year full replacement warranty for installation and free maintenance check at Automotive Art. The all-new Maximo battery. Get there.
Super Jazz and Arts. That's the best community jazz event in St. Lucia.
You heard it. Now come to Super Jazz and Arts, the ultimate experience. Grab Morgan. To deserve the love of a woman like voice. I see the one and a woman and a woman and a rock. I got the CYP, Afrale, Ezra the Fun Machine, Imran Nerdy, Reasons Orchestra, Blue Hinkson and the True Tones. Now on a Saturday, May 2nd, doors open from 3 p.m. Get your tickets at $150 or indulge in the ultimate VIP Village experience for $400. Purchase at fourcircletickets.com, the sell outlets island-wide, and the Sufre Foundation office. 9 incredible artists, 1 unforgettable night. And also join us for DJ Asuf Creole Breakfast Fest Sunday, May 3rd. Admission free. The ultimate weekend in the ultimate location. Sufre Jazz. The ultimate experience.
You have until May 1st to make it right. Easing up the burden makes your head light. IRD is offering a limited window of opportunity. So hurry before the end of this tax amnesty. Pay all taxes owed with 100% waiver of interest, penalties and collection fees. Should you have tax arrears for periods up to and including 2023, go to IRD to set yourself free. The clock is tick, 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 ticking every day. Take the amnesty, don't let it go away. May 1st, it's gone, it will not stay. Go to IRD and pay, it's the right way.
Rhythm and Booze, the ultimate boozy breakfast party. Sunday, May 10th, Sandals Golf and Country Club. 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tickets, early bird 150 EC, regular 175 EC. Ticket outlets, fourcircletickets.com. Physical tickets available at the cell. Breakfast served buffet style by Sandals Golf and Country Club. Always the best DJs and entertainment. Dress code, floral chic with a dash of pink. Come feel the rhythm and sip the booze.
And we're back. We're back with Lettre for today, Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. One more day to go till we enter the month of May. And after that, it's the last month of the first half of 2026. That really gone fast, Eliza.
Very much so.
Time
waits for nobody.
Boy, let me tell you. So let me give you a quick recap, folks, of the letter, because we're going to read probably at the next break for those of you who tune in late. But in the meantime, the situation here, folks, is just now. I always like to have a little note of my recaps just so I don't get it twisted. All right. So the man and woman have been working together for almost 10 years. They were always close. Both were married before. Now both are in new relationships for about a year and a half. No major issues where they are, but over time, feelings developed between them. A few weeks ago, after a line, they kiss. They stop before it goes further. Now things are a little tense. He feels like it might be love. So the man, our writer, wants to know, does he step back or does he step forward? Saying good afternoon to Lucilia Jules, who just joined us on the live a few minutes ago. Good afternoon to you, Lucilia. And folks, remind you the numbers to call are 4523046. And those of you who want to call on WhatsApp, it's 284-6001. And Tammy says, the writer should ask himself, if he didn't have his co-worker as an option, would he still want to leave his current partner relationship? Just because something feels right doesn't necessarily make it right. That's the problem with us as humans. There's always going to be something, someone that appears or feels like a quote-unquote better option. So, are you constantly going to chase that idea? Quite profound, my friends, quite profound. That is true. What say you? Well, Liza has already says it comes down to communication, of course. And yeah, I understand the discomfort, and I think there may be on my part, there probably would have been a no, I wouldn't be apprehensive about seeing anything. I'll just say, yo, what just happened? In that sense.
I would have done it in the same instance. When we pull back, when we stop, both of us stop and we pull back, I would be the one to say, yo.
I'll probably do that text later.
What just happened?
I'll probably do that
I'm a in the now person. I like to nip things in the bud right away. You understand? Because if it's something where we're always drinking, I would not blame it on any alcohol or anything. I would say there is attraction on both ends for us to start by conversing our normal conversations we have been having for years, and then all of a sudden it end up with an awkward pause, and then we start to kiss.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then how convenient it is that both of us pull away from each other at the same time and check ourselves and just leave that alone and carry on as if nothing happened. You understand? To a point where our mood of our friendship has changed. We have a cloud over our friendship. We have that cloud over our friendship that is just not being addressed. And day by day, we don't have that conversation. More and more intense the tension becomes. You understand? So why would I want to leave with not knowing how the other person feel? Not knowing what that kiss meant. You understand? I would always want to know, because that's the type of person I am. Nothing just happens. You understand? I really want to know what's the root of I'm a dissect type of person. You understand?
It's just like the movie.
I will dissect everything. You understand? I will be bubbling with anxiety. That's me. Because there's no way conversation happens. That's limes. That's our casual lime we always do. We have been doing that for years. You understand? We have been having conversation, but why on that night that conversation was different from the other nights or the other days we actually converse. You understand?
Yep.
What triggered that?
Yep.
It had to be a type of conversation where it was kind of touchy. I would want to believe it was a conversation where it was kind of touchy, and then now almost in the sense that it evolved after we have that conversation. It becomes something where we became very vulnerable, and then now it escalated to us now locking lips. But it was not something that was long or just. I could imagine the innocence of how that kiss happened. You understand? Because he really took his time to describe the type of kiss that they had.
You say
He
innocence,
said he said nothing wild. It was very short, and there was a long pause.
What's innocent? What's innocent about
Huh?
that? What's innocent about that?
Having a kiss. There are some kisses that can be innocent.
That one wasn't innocent.
You understand? Innocent in the sense that probably it was nothing too over the top.
And we have a call, and our friend Tafari is on the line. Good afternoon to you, my brother.
Yeah, blessed, love in the house. Yeah,
All
man.
the time.
How everybody doing?
Are we good?
We good.
How you doing, my brother?
All right, I'm all right. All right. Yeah, so when I really check, like, I was wondering, like, even my cousin and I was she was saying, how come isn't it that if you seeing somebody or dating somebody, that person that you are friends with is supposed to know all your spouses or whoever you're with if you all are such good friends. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so and a lot of times
He did say so in the letter, just not to cut you short, but he did mention that in the letter. I think going as far back as their marriages, I think they're saying that people knew their respective spouses knew that.
No, I'm not talking about people. Okay, it's like, okay, so let's say let me see if I could use an example. Let's say, okay, like Butu and his spouse, and Butu
and Liza.
No, not Liza. Leave Liza alone. No, not Liza. Leave Liza alone. Leave Liza alone.
Thank you, Tafari. Thank you, Tafari.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
So all right. So let's say Butu and Janice is friends. Butu have his wife, Janice have her husband. I'm assuming that Janice would introduce Butu to her husband, and vice versa, anybody they have, since they're good friends. Because to me, if I'm your friend and I have my significant other, I'm going to introduce you to my significant other, and sometimes all four of us probably would be hanging out and stuff and going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm wondering, like, what really is going on? Do they not know each other's spouse or whatever it is?
That's
And yeah, and then for them to be meeting up like that, despite having a spouse, and and
after work life.
going, and then doing it where y'all see, okay, y'all cross the line. Y'all see, y'all cross the line, but then y'all still not even sure of each other. I mean, y'all treading on very dangerous ground.
Very, very,
very, very shaky ground with lava below it. Yeah, somebody, if not everybody, gonna get burned. That's just my opinion.
Well, yeah, that's why we want your opinion. But let me ask you. It can go 50-50. Yeah. So what if again, it's a gamble.
It is.
What if that person really is truly, and I mean a year and a half, not really long in the scheme of things. Look at that time, but we in May already. I mean, look at how fast January just reached. In the scheme of things, a year and a half is not that long. So I mean, the person, the man, and both the man and the woman may very well decide that their emotional investment in that year and a half is not as great or significant as what they may have just realized they spent 10 plus years investing in, even if that the two of them were seeing other people at the time. So I mean, or then it could just have been, like Eliza put it, an innocent kiss just got out of hand, but then there's nothing there. So what would be your solution?
Innocent kiss.
No, I told Liza innocent. I told Liza it wasn't innocent.
Hey you. Hey you.
I told her it wasn't.
Kiss.
Hey you. Hey you.
Oh, okay.
Hey
All right.
you.
So what?
So-
It could go either way. So what will you advise him though?
Okay, so before I give advice, before I give advice, in my opinion and in my what I want to say, in my experience.
So you kiss your friend already.
No. I'm saying in my experience, a lot of times it's better for friendship to remain friendship, because sometimes you end up crossing the line and it end up the friendship friendship is not the same. It feels weird, it is huh?
Sometimes.
But Liza said right,
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, to me, like whenever you have a friendship, a lot of times it's better to stay as friends, because now everything, because sometimes that so-called friend now have a different attitude, where there was more chill before, they ain't chill no more. When they would say they understand, now they understand no more. Where is that?
But what if the person is unchanged? What if the person sincerely is the person you have been synced with in terms of their personality, their character, the attitude, their attributes?
Even if you sync with them, their personality, character, and attitude, sometimes it is because of the friendship. But sometimes when you cross the border, the friendship there's no more friendship no more. The dynamics tend to change.
Not all the time, Tafari. That is not true. And I could contest to that. That is not true. Sometimes things remain as is moving forward, and it gets even stronger. It's built on a foundation where that type of bond you have now evolved into is untouchable, It's unbreakable. Nobody cannot match that,
So I say it's a gamble. I just agree.
It's like a dynamic that you never anticipated that you yourself could have found yourself in, and you see yourself a person that you once was now. When you look back and you compare the different relationships that you have been with yourself in this particular relationship compared to what you have now evolved in past friendship, and you see yourself in that relationship, how you have evolved, how everything has just become 10 times better, because that person is like your personal cheerleader. That person has been through every low with you there you could possibly touch, because 10 years is not just 10 years, 10 years is 10 years of a lot of milestones, tribulations, all kind of thing, and you have been right there. You understand?
But let me tell you something. I know somebody who was friends with I know a woman who was friends with a guy for years. Years. They even became friends with benefits. The dynamics change and everything changed when they decided, you know what, they're gonna be with each other.
Minus the benefits?
No, they're gonna be with each other as they're gonna go from friends with benefits to a relationship. And once they start the relationship with titles of that's my girlfriend or that's my boyfriend or whatever, that is when things start falling apart. You want to say something?
And for that to be occurring in the office, boy,
Say something. Say something.
that's another.
Say,
You're hearing.
say something. Say something.
We're
Make a
hearing. We're
contribution.
listening to
Say
you.
something.
No, I'm just saying.
No, because the years had to add up. It was like 30 years. And then after 4 years, that's when things went downhill because people sometimes are who they are and they're not going to change.
And I could
He's
agree
just-
to that.
He's that type of person, and he makes up all kinds of excuses to stay in that position. So sometimes you got to leave people where they put themselves
And I agree to that.
because they're going to keep going back. So he's admitting or visualizing that he's a person that's going to keep changing the people he wants to deal with. So he's someone, you have to leave alone if you're not prepared to live like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
But
don't-
he's not the type to tell you. You have to figure it out.
You have to figure it out, but I don't just from the letter. I don't think it's just that it's a matter that person who's quick to move on. I really think that he's reevaluating, he's assessing, he's been retrospective about all the times how the past
Gassa,
years have been, and he said maybe that person really is the person.
Gassa, it
I
takes
should have
a
been with.
lot, Miguel, for you to do introspection, for you to, without a doubt and with strong conviction, for you to put in a letter, no, this is not lust. No, this is not curiosity. This is something deeper.
Yeah, man.
And here's the reality.
Deeper than soca.
That's how it takes.
But the thing is, again, when I listen, it also said after they kissed, they both got quiet. It's almost like
No. They didn't get quiet.
Tension. There's a bit.
There
of
is tension, but they still speak. They still speak every day, but there is
no.
tension.
Hold on,
Because
no.
they
It
haven't
was
addressed- they haven't
no. When
addressed
I didn't say they stopped talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
According to the letter, after they
the
kissed,
after the kiss, right.
after they kissed,
Immediately
they
after.
both got quiet and then they because they said the letter said that after the kiss they got silent. Didn't it say that?
He said just a kind of silence, like we both realize at the same time we crossing something here.
Okay, that's what I said.
Wait,
They
hold
both
on,
got right.
hold on, because he's justifying what type of silence it is. He said, since that night, things are not the same. We still talk. We still see each other every day. But now there is a tension. Something sitting there between us. It is unspoken.
Right. Now you see that? Now before that kiss, it was easier for them to talk and to communicate and to do things. And after the kiss, everything got a little complicated.
But don't you think maybe that's just because it has been unaddressed?
But that's what it is.
Explicitly unaddressed?
Somebody is waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Yeah. Don't you think so, Tabari?
Well, I kind of beg to differ, but anyhow, it's to them, and they see, and they both said they're not even. They both said they're not even sure if they would even want that. They say they're not even sure. All the friends, they say they're not even sure if they get together, if it'll work.
Well, he's asking that.
Nobody's sure.
He's asking that.
Yeah, he's asking that.
Asking that.
And nobody's ever really sure. Like I say, it's a gamble. It's all a gamble.
Is risking all or just everybody stay in your lane. That's what it is.
Yep. So it's go big or go home.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's
Go big or go home. In your conversation, you have to address the case.
You see all like us, Daniel.
So what's your advice? What's your advice,
Bro? My advice to the guy is you have to be careful because you know
Tafari, you just speak your mind.
yeah, like there's a song that say yes, it's a there's a song called Friends and Lovers,
Uh-huh.
and part of the song it says yes, it's a chance that we're taking.
Uh-huh.
Somebody's heart could be breaking,
Yes.
and but like I said, it's a gamble. So my advice to the guy is, bro, you have to be careful, think of it hard, long and hard, because you don't want to be like the greedy dog that lost his bone.
All right.
Well, since we're quoting songs, there's another song I could apply to, eh?
What?
Here we are, the two of us together, taking this crazy chance.
But that is a whole cheating song.
But what in relationship?
But that did I lie? The song is Secret Lovers. Yeah, the song is secret. The song is Secret
Trying
Lovers, and
so
they
hard
said
to
you
hide the
both
way they
belong to
feel.
someone else.
Yeah, but they're trying
That's what
hard. But they're trying hard to hide the way they feel.
Okay.
I want another one. It's morning as we live. No, but bro, it is true. Again, I will reiterate, it's a gamble. I still think, and in many contexts, a year and a half may not be enough to decide
if that's the person
you really want to be
life with. Kasa.
And sometimes you may just want to take that jump because it might, you never know how it might make you. It might be the best decision that you've ever made,
or it could be the worst.
It could be the worst.
Right? Yeah. You understand?
But you tend to
see the fact that you see the inner scar when you see somebody love somebody, you love somebody, and you see, and that them inner scars. Sometimes it breaks you down. It takes, for some people, it takes years to heal.
Yeah.
For some people, it takes away a part of them that they never got back.
Yes.
Some people, these things, relationship it's a two-edged sword. It can build and it can destroy. It can ruin lives. It can build lives. So
yeah, and that's the perfect description of love in all its facets. You understand? Because if you're going to gravitate to love, okay, if you're going to build in love, if you're going to grow in love, if you in all shapes and forms that love could be, it is a gamble. Inevitably, it's a gamble. You understand? Sometimes you go into love, and then it blossoms into something that let me tell you that when you in it, both of y'all know that you're in it and you're in it together. Sometimes you take the risk, you go into the love, and then it becomes something that it blossoms, and then it comes at a standstill. It's something where you don't see yourself growing, and then you grow out of it. So it's a gamble. Songs love is involved. It's a gamble. You understand?
Because you see sometimes I feel that because you were friends, good friends for so long, when you become lovers, like, because you're already used to each other, sometimes I feel like the spark or the fire would out very quickly.
Oh, maybe it might maybe it's a new spark. Maybe before it was a blue flame, now it's a full on yellow flame.
But that doesn't mean it could. It sometimes it could die quick too.
Yeah.
No matter how no matter how
50-50.
high the flame is, it could die quickly as well.
Well, I do like some people.
So
you either get an extra gas tank or a bigger one.
Sometimes yes. Well, sometimes.
Yeah,
But I would say to the guy, like, bro, you have to really think that through, really make sure that, because like I said, you could end up losing, you could end up winning, or because it's either one way, you win or you lose. you regret or you whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we get you. We get you, my brother.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
All right, my
guys, I'm a bit busy now. I take a little time off my little busy
Thank
schedule.
you to Fari and your cousin.
My cousin?
Who there with you in the background? Not your cousin?
Nah, that's my wife.
We already say cousin earlier.
Okay. Oh, he said
Who
cousin.
said cousin?
You said you and your cousin were
Oh
discussing.
no, sorry.
Yeah,
No, sorry. No, my cousin was on the phone with me.
Okay.
And my cousin, my cousin, I had my cousin listening to Lettre, and I send her the number. I tell her to call and give her 2 cents. But she was kind of
shy.
She's not shy. She was kind of emotional of the situation. And she said,
okay.
And she said, me, I ain't calling them because they might tell me something that will just trigger me and piss me off. So I tell them no, they won't. So I said no. I said maybe the only person that might say something to trigger you and piss you off is Butu.
Me?
It's Butu.
That's why I like you, Tafari.
Because Butu always advocating for the devil. I know how much the devil is paying, but he's always the devil advocate.
I suspect you tell your cousin to call because she might fall in love with me. That is all.
One thing he always bases his mind some boy go fall in love with you.
That will happen.
One thing, Butu, I admire your confidence, but according to Steve Harvey, when you wake up from that dream, let me know.
That's the same Steve. Remember, that's the same Steve Harvey that called the wrong winner for Miss Universe. No comment.
Well, it wasn't his fault. That's what they give him.
And the man that sell out men.
Whatever, Butu.
All right, my
anyway,
brother.
guys,
Thank you very much for
take
calling.
care. All right, have a blessed one.
Bye-bye, you and your wife. Bye-bye.
Yeah, love in the house.
Always.
All right. Folks, we have just about a little over a minute to call. Let me read. Tanya had a last comment there. Our Facebook people go quiet. They're watching, but they're quiet. Maria Smith sent Rose, my darling, it's not bonjour, it's bon après-midi, my dear. And yes, you are late. And we will read the letter one more time when we get back. Tanya says, and I think I'll leave that one for Liza to digest and maybe cover it. I'll read it again after we read the letter one more time when we come back, and maybe she will weigh in. Tanya says, writer, just tell the person how you feel, because right now it's obviously an awkward situation. I can just imagine the atmosphere at work between yourself and the person. You will come to an agreement. But dating a coworker is not the easiest. Remember, work Jane is not friend Jane, and it's definitely not relationship Jane. It is also not fair to the writer's current partner to be in a relationship thinking everything is cool when the man has feelings for somebody else. And Nadia, Nadia sent us. Nadia, why are you on YouTube today? She says, life short, bro, go for it. And why not surprise, Nadia, why you said so? Folks, we're going to be right back.
And my girl, you know what they say about fruitissimo, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about fruitissimo?
My girl, you know what they say about fruitissimo?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs,
So what do the experts say about fruitissimo? Apart from tasting great, fruitissimo is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Pralet.
And that's what they say about fruitissimo. Unless you say something else.
Fruitissimo, you know what they say.
If you have an objection to this marriage, speak now or forever hold your...
Don't do it, Tevin. I still love you. I have since the day we stole your mom's car and got matching dolphin tattoos.
Oh, Lordy. Janelle? From spring break, oh, wait?
Yes, it's me.
Janelle, you've got to move on.
We're like the wedding guest that doesn't ruin the ceremony. CG United Insurance. Good like that.
I hooked on the taste of Domino's pizza. I hooked on the flavor Always remember, nothing is better than Domino's Pizza. And what makes it greater is that we deliver. So it's like no other. Prices are better. Always remember, nothing is better than Domino's Pizza.
Choose Domino's Pizza with locations in Rockney Bay, Caribbean Cinemas, William Peter Boulevard, and J4.
Art in the City is back, rooted in culture, bold in expression. Brought to you by the Cultural Development Foundation. On Friday, April 17th, the celebration begins in Beaufort. Art in the Street at the New Market Complex from 10 a.m., followed by readings and rhythms at 7 p.m. On April 24th and 25th, indulge in the Icon Series 4-course gala dinner at Sandals Grand, honoring culinary master Edward Chef Harry Joseph. On April 26th and 27th, theater lovers gather at Warehouse 11 for Don't Call Me Baby Doll, written and directed by Travis Weeks. Or head to the Caribbean Cinemas for screenings from the Jumpstart Film Project. From April 27th to May 16th, experience Life in Color, a visual arts exhibition at the Audi Showroom and Orange Grove Plaza, featuring works by St. Lucian master artists. On April 28th, the stage comes alive at Sandals Grand with 10 to 1, the Mighty Sparrow musical, produced by Raul Gibbons and directed by Louis McWilliams. On May 1st, journey to Ancillary for Fish Friday, an evening of storytelling with George Fish Alphonse and Kidel Sonny. May 2nd and 3rd, experience Triptych, directed by Kendall Hippolyte at Warehouse 11. On Monday 4th, feel the power of poetry at Voices of the Underground, featuring world-renowned dub poet Linton Kwesi Johnson. From May 5th to 7th, Artscape concerts pop up in unexpected spaces, dance, theater, music. And on May 7th and 8th, discover handcrafted treasures at T-Tax ABC, Craft and Souvenir Market. On the Rodney Bay Strip, Art in the City 2026, rooted in culture, bold in expression.
Getting brand new quality tires and rims for your vehicles have never been so easy. Tire Zone in the blue building next to the VG roundabout sells tires for motorcycles for as low as $180. What? But that's not all. Tire Zone also stock tires for all types of vehicles, including 13-inch for as low as $99, 14-inch starting from $150, 15-inch starting at $185, 16-inch for as low as $195, and 17-inch starting from only $200. Why buy used tires when you can get quality brand new tires for such low prices at Tire Zone? Visit us in the blue building next to the VG roundabout or call 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Again, 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Email us at tirezone.slu@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Tire Zone.
Girl, I've been so stressed searching for the perfect tiles to complete my home.
Really?
Yeah, it's always the same white, beige, and gray tiles with the style stores. Like they're all buying from the same place. You're the design expert. Help me, please. I'm fed up.
What are you looking for?
Something different. Something that says Caribbean beauty and suits my personality. Something vibrant and classy with a little razzle dazzle.
Okay, Ms. Razzle Dazzle, I know just the place. Island Style Tile and Bath, they're my #1 store for everything tile. And with their new In Living Color collection, you'll find the most gorgeous styles to give you that splash of Caribbean flair you're looking for.
That sounds perfect.
I'll even take you myself and throw in a free design consultation.
I'll never say no to that, sis. I can't afford you anyway.
Visit our Island Style showrooms in Castries, Rodney Bay, and Beaufort, or call 450-452 or 453 Tile. We'll help bring your vision to life in living color.
With outlets from Gros Lake to Soufriere, W-Mart is indeed your community shop. Giving you the best prices and widest variety, we've got everything you need. Chicken, turkey, beef and pork, saltfish, pigtail, ham, all in stock. Delicious franks, nuggets, cheese and fries. Prices you can't beat and quality for sure. With 9 locations island-wide, W-Mart is your one-stop family meat shop. W-Mart, small store, big convenience.
W-Mart. Don't continue being in the red. This is your chance to clear your head. If you have any tax arrears up to income year 2023, the Inland Revenue Department is reminding you to act now. The tax amnesty comes to an end on May 1st, 2026, And remember, it comes with a 100% waiver on interest, penalties, and collection fees. That's right, you only pay what you owe, nothing more. All taxes, one deadline, one opportunity. Make your arrangements today and get back on track. Call 468-2800 for the Castries office or 468-6655 for Supra and 468-4960 V4 or visit your nearest Inland Revenue Department office. May 1st, 2026 is your last chance to fix. The date is getting closer every day. Take advantage right away.
And we're back. And without further ado, we're going to read that letter one more time. This is the final segment of Lettre for today. The last Lettre for the month of April. Today is Wednesday, 29th. Let's get into that letter. Take it away, Eliza.
And the letter reads, Butu. I working with this woman for almost 10 years now. Same department, same shifts at a time. What a coincidence. We grow in that place together. From young workers to now people or others now looking up to us. From early, we always close. Nothing inappropriate, just comfortable. We understand each other. We could talk anything. Even when we both got married back then, that friendship never changed. Respect was always there. Fast forward to now. Imagine both of us are no longer married. Different reasons, different stories, but that chapter done for both of us. And funny enough, both ended up in new relationships almost the same time too. About a year and a half now. No major problems, no big complaints. Life, it's just steady. And here is when things, get to take a shift. Over the years, me and her never stopped being close. If anything, we got closer because now we are older, we understand life more, and we talk deeper. And people around us sees it too. Our partners know we are close. It never really raised an alarm because from the outside, it's just like looking at two co-workers who are tight. But Butu, sometimes closeness just turn into something else and you don't even realize when it happens. A few weeks ago, we went for our casual lime after work. Nothing unusual. We done that before several times. Drink, we talk, we laugh, everything normal. But that night felt different. The conversation was deeper. Long pauses, certain looks that wasn't there before. And then it happened. We kissed. Not long, nothing wild, but enough. And I mean enough to know that this is not just friendship anymore. And right after, we stopped. Both of us. There is no argument, no confusion, just a kind of silence, like we both realize at the same time we're crossing something here. Since that night, things not the same. We still talk, we still see each other every day, and now there is that tension. Something sitting there between us. It's unspoken. And the truth is, I feel like I am in love with her. And no, this is not lust. No, this is not curiosity. Something is definitely deeper. And here's the reality. We both in relationships. Nobody cheating openly. We are not miserable. But now something real has entered the picture. and I don't know what to do with that. Do I ignore it and keep things where they are? Do I distance myself and risk losing something that has been part of my life for years? Or do I face it and possibly mash up two relationships for something we're not even sure will work? Because right now, it feels like we're standing on a line, and just one more step and it changes everything.
All right. So let's go back to Tanya. Remind you folks the numbers to call 452-3046-284-6001. So let's just dissect what Tanya said. That I mean, there are parts that are obvious and we agree with. But then she says, okay, tell the person how you feel. You agree on that?
Yeah, conversation, communicate.
Because right now it's obviously an awkward situation.
Yes, it is. Tension is there.
But they can just imagine the atmosphere at work
Mhm.
between you and the person. You will come to an agreement. That's fine.
Mhm.
But dating a coworker is not the easiest. Remember, work Jane is not friend Jane, and it's definitely not relationship Jane. If I have to break that down, I basically think she's saying that you have to adopt different, let's for lack of a better term, personalities.
Yeah.
With each other.
Yeah, when you're at work,
when
you
you're at
keep
work
things
and stuff,
professional.
that kind of thing.
You have to be professional.
And of course, again, it is also not fair to the writer's current partner to be in a relationship.
Okay.
Thinking everything is cool when the man has feelings for somebody else. I think she's on point with, with everything. Derek, she's on point with everything, and we agree with it. Now, Nadia Furry, Nadia sent she says, life short, bro, go for it. What say you?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
With the gentleman?
Life is
I
short,
said,
bro, go for it.
well, it has nothing to do with life short, go for it. It's just a matter of, bro, friendship, friends, and a kiss happened. There is attention. Address it, yo.
Nigel says, tell her for sure, tell her what you feel. And she says, and FYI, we all have work husbands. I don't have work wife. You all have work husbands, Vishoni. You all have that's the excuse you're making.
That's right now. There we opening a different kind of wounds.
That's no well, actually, no, it's actually related because remember we had a discussion months ago.
Yes,
about
we
the work
did,
husband,
but
essentially they are. Think of it.
Listen to me.
Having
your work husband and your work wife, Kasa, that is more than, or that has that's just the tip. That's just the
what I'm saying,
surface.
but before this situation, the kiss, they were essentially work husband and work wife. They were close friends. As they would say in our terms, his makume, what they put that makwa they say. And whatever that's how they work.
I could understand that, but then what the writer in essence is saying is not a work husband and work thing. That's not that.
But what I'm saying is that was the dynamic between
that
them
was the dynamic prior.
But we also had the discussion about the dangers. Well, you sort of interpreted the work husband thing differently.
Yes, I did.
But there's also the underlying danger in having that type of relationship. Although generally, I don't think the work husband work wife relationship in the general sense of it is one that would generally lead to.
But God, these people, you see, work husband, work wife, whatever they bring, whatever. For
The
most
term,
of the
for lack of
people,
a
the
better
term
yeah.
that most of them hinted that's just an office thing. Outside of the office, you panisa. You understand? That's just something in the office. When they on the real life business and them kind of
There you
thing,
go.
respect you. That's my partner. That's my thing. We don't have no work husband, no nothing there. But based on what I'm gathering or what I'm sensing, or what that letter has guided me to, is that these people are more intertwined outside of the workspace.
They said so because their spouses knew each other.
Yeah.
They were close.
So that begs to say, like, boy, the dynamics of these people relationship is one where my husband or my wife knew we were close at work, and then I introduced them. They meet. You met mine, I met yours, and we are now moved from a work setting, and we now personal lives, in our privacy, and all of us interact with one another. Like we probably share lunch dates, or probably you got invite to my house, or my anniversaries, barbecue by the beach, whatever. You understand? So it's like they're most in sync with one another past just the workspace. That's what I gathered from that letter when he talked about the friendship that they have, or they have built over the 10 years. You understand? And plus that 1 year and a half into the new relationships that they have now found themselves into.
All right. So as we have, what time is it? Okay, so we have just under 10 minutes, a little over 5. Just a few questions for our viewers and listeners. Those of you tuned on the WhatsApp, or you can even call. Those of you tuned on Facebook and YouTube. Can a long friendship naturally turn into love just like that? Is it the not worst case, the most case scenario, the most case scenario in the majority of the time? Liza, what do you think? Viewers, listeners, what do you think?
For me, I will leave it with that statement. It takes you being real for you to recognize that someone you have been friends with for such a long time has now shifted gears. And most people cannot deal with real. They put it off, they justify, they backflip on everything. But it takes a real person to admit that, hey, and I'm talking when the person is in the introspect self, when the individual is in the introspect self. It takes a real person for you to admit that your friendship has now shifted gears, because you are now seeing that person in a different light. You are now seeing that person than somebody possibly that probably have been there all along, and you're now checking your scene. That this person, characteristics, personality, physique, everything checks your box. A kiss could change all that. One kiss. But I always tell people, a kiss is not one-sided. I'm not kissing myself. A kiss is not one-sided.
Yep.
You understand?
All right. So Tanya says no romance in work spouse relationship. And saying good afternoon. Remember I was giving a story earlier about poor customer service in Canada, not in St. Lucia. Debbie Marison. She says big up to you both. Debbie and Candy tuned in from Canada waiting for our flight. Like I said, they'll be here for Jazz for 2 weeks. And thank you for solving the world's problems. Tanya says, I think there is always a hint of something more.
Always.
And guess who's decided to join us? Drama Queen Augustine.
Wow. Hey, Drama Queen.
Stephanie. She says to Stephanie, I have a letter to write, seen hot on me.
Hey, that's true.
The other boyfriend, Stephanie said.
That's true. Drama Queen, we anticipate that.
Drama Queen, what happens? Send us a voice note, man, before time run out.
We anticipating that.
2846001. I know you guys keep in touch with us, so you might not know the number change. All right, Drama Queen, what's up to the girl? That's up to the girl. So, Liza, with if we don't have any comments with our 5 minutes left,
my advice is simple, very simple, and from the get-go I said it. People might be for it and against it. It's a 50-50. It's a gamble. There are other parties that are involved. Sadly to say, if he decides to act upon and have the conversation, and it's something where both of them are coming to a realization that it is more than just a kiss, and there are actually feelings that have developed over this time and is now surfacing, then a year and a half, you owe it to your respective partners to also have a conversation with them. However you'll choose to deliver it is up to y'all. You understand? But conversations are not just between the two of y'all, because y'all do owe the other persons involved accountability for your actions as well. But it is not wrong for y'all or for the writer to feel the way that he's feeling, or to even want to see where it goes. Writer, you're not wrong. And like many other persons have said, you could go for it if you are willing to, and you know all the consequences that is involved with you now exploring your feelings and also having a heart-to-heart with her. Then go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much, Liza. I think maybe since Debbie and Candy will be here, maybe we'll have them as guests on Lettre next Wednesday. Maybe Candy, Debbie, maybe you'll come in next week and provide some insight into Lucian relationship problems. All right, so folks, as I weigh in, there are 3 fundamental questions must be asked. And number 1 is, can a long friendship naturally turn into love just like that, just as I asked? And 2, should he cut it off immediately out of respect for both relationships? And I think we all agreed that if he decides to go down this route, he should. Or is he ignoring something real that could be bigger than what he is having now? So, folks, again, just like last week, it's ever so often, you get letters and they sound close to something that you have seen or heard, even experienced or felt through somebody's experience. And this one, I don't really think this one really is about cheating. So sorry, Imara, it's not hot and creamy. But it's about timing. And, sometimes the right person does not come at the right time. And that's the thing that makes it dangerous, is that nothing in this man's current situation is bad. There's no abuse, no chaos, no clear reason to leave his relationship. Just calm, according to him. But then here comes something to him that feels deeper. And that is where people make life-changing decisions. Not because something is wrong, but because something else feels more right. Here's the truth, folks. Not every strong connection is meant to be acted on. Some are just there to show you what is possible. And sometimes if you chase every feeling, you might end up losing stability and certainty. And you might end up losing stability for uncertainty. But at the same time, if you ignore something real for too long, you might live with a quiet regret, and sometimes not so quiet. So this is not a simple choice for him to be making. This is a question of discipline versus desire. And whether you caller, you understand, you writer, you understand that one moment, the one kiss can shift the direction of multiple lives. There's 4 of you. And if you have kids, even more. So before you take that next step, my brother, you have to ask yourself one thing. Is this something worth building? Or is it just something that feels good in a moment that caught the both of you off guard? And with that, let me say thank you, as always, to the lovely Empress Isa for joining me on the console as usual. And Debbie says, yes, we have lots of advice to share with you. All right. So that's great. And every one of you who contributed today. Look, Greg just wake up.
Hey, Greg,
well, just you say you were sleeping.
Yes, I'm Greg.
So every one of you who tuned in today, whether by
Drama
Facebook,
Queen send a letter.
Drama Queen send a letter. Yeah, we're waiting. That's next Wednesday. So yeah, those of you who wrote, who called, of course, Tafari, my brother.
Yeah, big up.
Send us messages on both the YouTube and Facebook platform. Those of you who were listening on TuneIn and of course on the ever reliable 101.1 FM radio. Thank you very much for joining us. So let's laugh for today, Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. I'll see you tomorrow for Youth Unplugged. I have a very, very talented, special young lady here, Miss Sapphire Parks, who won multiple medals, gold medals, swimming at the recently concluded character. So, folks, until then, this is me, Miguel Fevrier, aka the Man Butu, saying goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow and of course next week, Wednesday, for Lettre. Take care of yourselves and each other.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo, eh? Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo?